Good morning, Discord. Good morning, YouTube. Let's get into it. Do not consider this financial advice. Trading stocks involve risks, and owner of the channel, the traders that appear in the broadcast and affiliate companies are not liable for any loss inflicted in relation to its content. All right, looks like we're opening up right at the 5 MA. So let's see what we do here. All right, Discord, we're going to look for those setups. Gonna have to be a little bit patient. I'm probably gonna have to cut the stream a little bit early today for two reasons. Number one, I got to do some stuff with the doctor. But number two, I actually got to do some stuff with the doctor because I was just giving myself my injection. I have to do injections every few weeks. I was just giving myself the injection, and then everything was going fine. And I think I flinched, and now I'm bleeding out of control. Because the medication I take, I'm a bleeder. So now I'm bleeding out of control. I'll be fine. I just need this bleeding to stop. All right, let's see what we want to do underneath 38.90. All right, Discord, you got to be careful on the bottom of this lick box coming up, right? And then for everybody else, you got to wait for this. Or this. Damn, Stacy was 625%. Yeah. You know, I was expecting the morning, Stacy. I was expecting the drawdown. I don't, you know, I had 650 in my mind. I was 45 cents short. I was 45 cents short, but I'm pretty sure. What's TQ? Try a TQ. Solitaire. I knew there was going to be a drawdown somewhere at, you know, around 650. I was 55 cents short. But I knew there was going to be a drawdown right there. I've been telling everybody, you know, at 650, or excuse me, I'm saying 650, 750, expect that drawdown. Yeah, I said it yesterday too, right? Yep. I've been telling everybody. All right, Discord, start paying attention, okay? On this bottom lick box here, it's gonna get hectic. Oh, damn. All right, Cruz. Oh, tourniquet. Okay. Tourniquet. What are you guys, medical guys or something? All right, go ahead and adjust those stops if you took that early play. Or protect the trade, I mean, if you took the early play. Combat medical care. I had a little accident this morning. Little tiny accident. Usually I do the injections fine like a pro, but today I think I flinched just a little bit and yeah, started bleeding out. All right, here's where it's gonna get hectic, okay? If we get a nice candle straight through, otherwise you can then maybe hold for a little bit. But if it hesitates here, maybe you want to start to think about taking your profit or at least adjusting your stop. Damn, I think I was just talking on mute. Ah, it wasn't important. Now look, I don't trade Friday, so you might hear a difference in the intensity in my voice. I don't trade on Friday, so Just my own little personal rule. If you haven't taken a trade yet in between the 5 and 38.90, there's probably not a lot to do. There's probably not a lot to do between in here. Yeah, I flinched. I gotta go to the doctor today anyway, so I gotta go to the doctor anyway. Oh, come on. I think we got some mini lick here. Look, it's gonna get hectic right around now. It's gonna get hectic. On the BRR above the 5, it needs to be strong pullback, right? So let it, if it does cross above the 5, let it run for a little bit and then wait for a significant pullback. All right, we're at the, we kind of expected this, right? We kind of expected this right here. So look, one of two things is gonna happen. It's gonna BRR, because this is the, you know, obviously 38.90 has some, is strong support. It's either gonna BRR or it's gonna shoot. So you need to figure out which one you're more comfortable with. And if you're on YouTube, wait for this right here. Discord, you guys got your marching orders. Chenko, did I answer your question about BRR of the lick? Use the 5-minute chart, by the way. Don't use the 1-minute chart. The 1-minute chart's for everybody else. Use the 5-minute.
Rage on that beat, going crazy.
Oh, Stacy. You're a good guy, Stacy. I love you too, brother. Okay, you should be able to protect it by now, so figure out what you want to do, let it play out, or wait for the retest. Either one. Okay, easy money, right? Now protect the trade. Now you protect the trade. Plenty of room, plenty of time. Plenty of room and plenty of time. If you're waiting for the retest, just wait for it. Look, we're fully prepared for this, right? We're fully prepared for this. If we get above 39.76, 39.80, we're gonna look for chop between the 5 and 38.90. If you're waiting for the retest, just wait till you see some rejection and then wait for some liftoff. And again, to the upside on the 5, we need a strong break above, not just a little one, because we don't want to get caught in the liquidity at the 5 and have them just keep bouncing around the 5. So we're going to keep an eye on, what did I say, 80? We're going to keep an eye right here. All right. I'm gonna leave it at 39.80. All right, back down to 38.90. Let's see if they want to break through. Okay. Just wait until you're comfortable. It'll be obvious. Damn, I was just talking on mute. All right, let me do some work now. Now it's time to work. Let's see if we close above this 39.80. Yep, they closed above. Remember, it has to be a strong BRR above the 5. Here, watch. Let me show you what we're looking for. There's a lot of overlap in these lick boxes, so it's probably going to be hectic in here. Jimmy James with the 200. All right. All right. Good job. Good job. Let's Jimmy James, nice little run. See, you're paying attention. You understand the risk. Take the money and get out. Good job. Very good job. But if you go to lesson number 8 or the last one in there, it tells you exactly how to play this. Exactly how to play it. Depending on your risk tolerance, right? All right, let's see what this. Man, unfortunately, the purple and the 5 are at the probably going to be at the same place. Unfortunately. We want to see if it's really close to the 5. I don't like that it's right on the 5. It just means that purple has the liquidity. We want to see if purple can get us to 42.90, but the 5's in the way. Pump fake, yeah. Do you see how it touched exactly on the key level? That's what I'm telling y'all. We can only go level by level. If it goes past that, great. But it touched exactly on the key level. Exactly on the key level, right? Precisely on the key level is exactly where it touched. So just go level by level. This is all we can ask for. You know, if it does the retest, awesome. But we need to see if we're just going to be stuck in purple for a little bit. Jimmy James, you really need to start thinking about calling it a day, because it's not going to get any easier from here. Look at the price action. I'm not telling you what to do, but just saying. It's not going to get any easier from here. And also for everyone on YouTube, the Discord members have been complaining that I'm giving away too much sauce. So it's going to be a little more difficult to trade off of YouTube. Join the Discord. Join the Discord if you're really interested. Let them figure out this 38.90. This is heavy support. So what did it go to? Reject off 37.92. Okay. Damn, this looks like sideways. We need to have strong movement on the 5 and the 1, and then we need to see that 30. We need to see the legs do like it's gonna look like not smooth anymore. It should look like not a right angle, but you know, if they want to head down, it should look like a kink in the rail. It's not gonna be smooth, but we'll see that on the 1 and the 5 first. But this looks like sideways. We have downward pressure, but this is on a higher time frame. This is slap you in the face territory. But we do have downward pressure, obviously, right? Because we have this this big gap right here. So in between, using the 1, this is for Discord as well. In between the 5 and this right here, there's probably not a lot to do. There's probably not a lot to do. We can see that on a higher time frame, maybe the 1 hour or the 4 hour chart, that they're building up the move. On those charts, the lick box is like this, right? This is the lick box on those charts. So I think mine in here is probably geared towards like maybe a 5 minute. This right here is probably geared towards a 5 minute. I think on the higher time frames, we're looking at something like this. So I'm gonna clear this really quick. We can still use this though, right? We can still use this. But look, let's say we break this, let's say we break 38.90. Look at the price action. I'm gonna clear this up really quick. I'll be able to put it back. If we break 38.90, like with a strong candle, and then we see some more of this choppy, then we have to worry about this being on the menu. This movement is wide. This movement's wide. Obviously there's volatility because we have a downtrend, or not a downtrend, but a pullback, right? So there's going to be volatility. And the market likes to finish sideways on Friday. So I think if you're gonna take plays today, you got to be in and out. We see the environment. We don't even need to think. Look at the environment we're in. We don't need to think too hard. If you're not going to wait for above the 5 or whatever I have on the 5, if you're not going to wait for that, then it's not for you. Today's not the day for us. That's all. We don't have to force a trade. Look at this price action. No one can trade in this. Don't sit here and think you need to be in a move. Like obviously there's indecision here. We can see it. There's obviously indecision. Now once they do break the higher time frame liquidity, look how violent it is. So you're gonna have to put your stops uncomfortable. It's gonna have to be uncomfortable. So if you're not set up for that, stay out of it. Just watch and let's all take notes and let's all learn. We don't have to risk our money. And this is not the environment to risk the money in. I'm telling you right now. And they're not really, I mean, the algorithm's so wide. It's so wide. I'm gonna put back the original. Come on, why did I do this? There. There's nothing really to do in between 3890 and the 5. There's nothing to do here. Now, once they break it, we'll probably get some good movement out of it, because we can see the buildup. We can see the liquidity building up right in here. We see a stop hunt here. We see a stop hunt here. But this is the main liquidity, right? We already identified this way, way, way early. This is the main liquidity. Stop hunt, stop hunt. Nothing to do in between here. Quick scalp opportunity from 3890 to key level. Whatever I have on the 5, that was the scalp opportunity. So when I'm telling you, protect your trade, adjust your stops, now you see why. Because if you just think you're going to sit there and hold forever, maybe. But because it's a maybe, why don't we, you know, and I know you guys always hear me stop myself out early. You always hear me stop myself out way too early. But at some point, you need to, like, take the money when you see it. So let's pay attention to the price of those premiums, right? Ask yourself, are they elevated? Are they elevated from the last couple days? Are the premiums, is it costly to take a trade? This should give you an idea of direction. I'm not saying it's guaranteed, but it should give you an idea. I think I alluded to that this morning. Did I? Yeah. I alluded to that this morning in the trading plan, okay? Let him figure it out. We don't need to guess. We already got it figured. And then he, you know, usually I say, once it's obvious, it needs to be obvious above or below this, right? I'm on the 1 minute, by the way. Above or below this, it needs to be obvious. Here's the caveat. We're dealing with the 5 right here. This is the issue. So we have to watch out for a liquidity grab for a stop hunt. So there's nothing to do in between here, unfortunately. But look, if we start making, so look, we have a high, a lower high, If we start doing this, if we start doing this, then that means this purple's probably broken. You see the barcoding, whichever direction you're betting on, or you don't have to bet. We're gonna know, right? We're gonna have an idea, but whichever the direction is, your stops are gonna have to be uncomfortable. They're gonna have to be very uncomfortable. So wait for the move, and then you gotta let the wave play out. It's barcoding. There's nothing to do here. It looks like algos be damned. They want supply and demand. They're doing this horizontal liquidity right now. Everyone took profit from 750. Here's the pullback. So are people buying the dip, or are they gonna pile in on the gap down? That's what we need to figure out. We'll know if we get to the 5 or reject off the 5. We'll know. All right, Discord. So look, you need to overlap the 1 minute right now and your 5 minute chart. You need to overlap those two. And the reason why I'm saying that is because the 1 minute shows us exactly where the 5 minute or where the 5 MA is. So overlap it and make sure it makes sense. And if this barcoding type stuff isn't your environment, then you don't need to be trading. You don't have to sit here and trade in this. If this isn't the environment that you're comfortable with, this is a business. If this doesn't meet your business criteria, then why are you playing around with money in something you don't even like? At some point, we need to be a little bit more mature and know when to say, you know what, this isn't the type of business I like. At some point, you need to learn that. There's nothing wrong with that. And also, if you made money, you gotta know when to hold them and when to fold them. All right, they're dancing on this purple now. Red day. Red days happen, Stacy. Don't let it discourage you, but go look through the Discord. We had a very good day yesterday. Yesterday we had a very good day. Like everybody was on fire. You probably need to join the Discord, man. I'm just saying. It's probably that time. Look, if you didn't collect money by now, there's nothing I can do, right? If you didn't collect by now, there's nothing I can do. And if you're on YouTube and you don't understand what's going on or how we just made money, you need to join the Discord. I'll show you when it's done. I'll show you when it's done. Let it play out, and I'm gonna go into the secret room and show everybody. Just sit tight, and I'm gonna show you why you need to join the Discord. I'm gonna show y'all. Just wait a second. I'm gonna show you exactly why. All right, look, that target's hit, right? So now you need to figure out your life. Figure out your life right now. If it breaks straight through and shoots right up, great. If not, at least protect this trade. All right, Nico, there you go. At least protect this trade. We're literally at the exact target right now. We're at the target. If you're on YouTube, hang out for a second. Let me show you. I'm gonna show you why. I'm gonna show you. Look at the money. Look at the money. All right, there you go. This is good money right here. There you go. Easy. Easy. Watch. Hang out for here. You know what? Let me give you a little taste. Hold on. Let me give you a little taste of why. Let me show you. All right. And look. See the red right now? Watch. Bam. We already knew. We already knew. Look. This is. I don't know how long this has been here, but for a while, we already knew. The put somewhere down here. Here, let me just slide it over a little bit. There we go. I just moved it over. That's all I did. Whoo-wee. Easy money. It's too easy. It's too easy. All right. Good job, Nico. Good job. Told y'all, when this breaks, it's gonna move. It's gonna move. Whenever this breaks, it's going to move. You had some confirmation on this purple. This purple was your confirmation. Remember, there's nothing to do inside here, right? Look exactly. This is precision. If you're waiting for that drawdown, wait for it. What up, Sting? Here, look, this is what everyone, you didn't get in the Discord, this is what you missed out on. Everybody knew. Everybody knew. All right, Nico, don't get greedy. Adjust your stops. I'm not saying stop yourself out. I'm saying to adjust. Don't get greedy. This is plenty of room, plenty of profit here, okay? Plenty. All right, bud, no problem. Take your time. There's no rush. There's no rush. Look at the money we just printed. Look, on the break of purple, right? On the break of purple. I said if we break purple, let's see if we get to 42.90. Rewind the tape. There we are. The put scenario had to be here. It had to do this. It had to break below, retest this, and then reject. The call scenario, break a purple. Easy money. What do I have here? 42.96. Okay, well, I mean, damn, I think we're close enough for government work, right? Close enough for government work, so tighten up your stops. Okay, these are 6 cents off. So 6 cents off, you got to give me a little bit of grace here. You got to give me a little bit of grace here. Look at the money we just printed. Oh man, if you guys think you're gonna make it off of YouTube, it's not gonna happen. The Discord members have spoken. They said you're giving away too much sauce. That's why I went into the secret room a lot today. If you're not involved, then you know I wish you the best. Good luck. No hard feelings, but this is too easy. This is actually too easy. Come on, a little bit more. I like it. Go a little bit more. Man, we need that 20 more cents. Just give me that 20 cents. Now, if you're waiting for the break and retest above the 5, we need more room. We need more room above this. If it shoots off, my bad. I just think we need a little bit more room. We don't want to get caught hovering on a stop hunt at the 5, right? We don't want to get caught hovering in the middle of nowhere at the 5. All right, let's rewind. Even on YouTube, you could have made it. Because look, remember when I did this? Look, a higher high, lower high. And I said, if we do this, oh, excuse me. If we do this right here, that means we broke purple. Now, if you're waiting for I recommend wait for a larger break of the 5 if you're waiting for calls. Otherwise, you don't want to get caught right here, right? This is our move on the break of purple. This is what I was telling Discord to overlay the 1 minute and the 5 minute. Overlay it, right? You gotta have both these charts open and switch in between so they make sense. Now let's see if they want to touch purple to grab some more liquidity. But at the 5, there's probably not a lot to do now. We need a strong break above the 5, right? Exactly what I'm saying. A strong break above the 5. It can't hesitate here. Come on now. Come on now. Stacy, take the little wins. Take the base hits, okay? Don't feel like $3, $5. Don't feel like that's not enough money. This takes time. It takes time. So take the little wins. And then you need to start recording. I know a lot of people don't journal, but you need to start at least recording in your mind, every single time the candle goes again. I have exit strategies, Stacy. You do much better if you just, I have entry and exit strategies to help with that. I have it all written out, brother. It's all written out. You don't even need to think. No, I got you, but it has nothing to do with trust. It has to do with, you know, you're basically saying like, when I drive a car, I don't trust myself. But you need to rely on the car to get you to where you're going, but you're saying I don't trust myself. It has nothing to do with you. Can the car make it? That's what really matters. So you have to worry about the car. Focus on the car. Can my car handle whatever this is? Look, if you're on YouTube right now and you're not on the 5-minute chart, come on now. What are you doing? What are you doing with yourself? Come on. This is too easy. Bro. And look, the Discord members, they're like, why are you giving away all the sauce? Why are we paying and you're giving away all the sauce for free? I get it. So we're going to change it up. I just get hyper focused, right? I get hyper focused and I kind of like, not forget, but I just get really focused. And yeah, I guess I do forget. So, but you guys have been telling me and reminding me, so I'm trying to make that adjustment. And now look, this right here, you know, I don't want to make it look like I cooked the books. All I did was move it to the side, right? Because I think it was probably like this earlier. It was probably like this. All I did was move it to the side. And remember, I don't know when these things are going to happen. I don't know when. I just know what it needs to look like. Nico's crazy. Nico said he's doing 4 figures minimum today. Don't get Nico. As long as you have a stop, you're fine. As long as you have a stop, you're gonna be fine. But don't force it, okay? Because look, we had a significant. Look at this gap down. We had a significant gap down, so be careful. Just take the money. Don't. Okay. I don't want to tell you what to do, but I think we need to just be happy with the money that we do get, because there's going to be setups. I'm going to identify the setups. You don't have to just. I get it. You're going to do what you want to do. I just don't recommend. Maybe I'm overly cautious because I want you all to win. And I could be overly cautious in trying to baby you, but here, let me screen share real quick. Screen share. 4 digits minimum today. Just take your time. Take your time. Don't force it. So look, break a purple to the 5. Perfect, right? The put scenario had to be somewhere over here. Or somewhere down here, right? We needed a break, retest, and reject somewhere down here. Or we needed a break, retest, and reject somewhere down here. Now, if you took this scalp right here, like Jimmy James, perfect. It went straight to the key level. This is what I was telling y'all, protect your trade, adjust your stops. Because we don't know if it's we don't know if it's just gonna continue down. So because we don't know that, we need to protect our account, protect our trade. But all that is written in the exits, in the entry and exit strategy. So that's all in there. Now look, I like that we retested this purple. which I told y'all we're probably we're probably gonna retest the purple. Don't worry, this takes time. Don't force it. You'll see the patterns. You'll see the patterns. You gotta show up to work every day. We do the same thing over and over again. Every day you show up is just another notch in your belt. You'll see the patterns. And Nico, I don't want you to think infinite money glitch, because you're starting to get to that that type of. It sounds like you're starting to get to that type of thought process. Stay humble for right now, man. Stay humble. We need to build that account just a little bit more. We'll build it a little bit more. Is it Skaters World? I want to say Skaters World. All right, skaters. It's confusing. Yeah, I get it, man. I would imagine like someone just tuning in and like, what the shit is all this kung fu on the screen? I get it. I go through full explanations in the Discord. However, it's actually not that difficult, man. If you don't have color blindness and you can understand what colors mean, right? So I told everybody in the world pretty much, when the price breaks this purple line right here, to buy calls, or to take a long position to the upside, however whatever mechanism you're using for that. So the call scenario was on the break of this, and the put scenario, if we wanted to buy puts, the price needed to break down here. It needed to retest this 37.79 and reject. Otherwise, we were going to experience this right here. You see it? Look. You see this? This little flexion point here? So if it didn't break and retest, then this was going to happen. And look at it right here. Perfect. Perfect. So in order for us to buy puts, we wanted to break this price, retest this price right here, 37.79, and reject underneath it. So you wanted to buy your puts probably somewhere up here if you see some rejection. So you needed to see a couple candles before you got in on it, right? To let you know that we had liftoff to the downside. However, we knew we needed to be cautious here, because you see this flexion right here that I have? This has been here all morning. This has been here all morning. This is the flexion point here. So this is because we had an option we had an opportunity for a scalp puts, to buy puts. Puts mean you think it's going to go down. We had an opportunity for puts on the break of this little square that I have here. So one of the members took it for sure. If you bought a put on this break, then you're scalping till this level here, right? Because I already have it marked out. And then look at the rejection right here. And then we understood we needed to get in on calls on this purple. So we bought calls on the purple. And then but if you're on the 5-minute chart, the Discord members get access to the 5-minute chart. Same concept, right? We wanted to break, retest, and reject this box right here. So we were able to scalp underneath this box exactly to the key level, right? So you see how this line ends exactly right here? We were able to scalp to the key level. When we overlaid our 1-minute chart, we see that this level right here is actually a flexion point that says it's support. So if you're seeing something like this, this is support. If you're seeing something like this is resistance. And if you're new, I understand it's confusing. I get it. This takes time. This isn't overnight, get rich quick. And also, I don't speak like a lot of other, yeah. Cool. I don't, just keep watching. It'll start to click after a while. But and also, if you were late, you know, you didn't get to see all these setups that I had, right? None of this makes any sense. You didn't get to see all the setups that I explained what we can expect. So if you just tuned in, I get it. But this was the explanation that I'm going to watch channel. All right, cool, man. Yeah. Pay attention. It gets easy. It gets easier as time goes on. Trust me. It gets much easier. It gets much easier. And also, I don't speak like a lot of other people doing this. I'm not as classically trained as they are. No, it's cool. You're not late, man. You're never late. The market ain't going nowhere. I'm not going nowhere. You're not late. You're right on time. God doesn't make mistakes. But I don't speak like a lot of other traders. So, you know, I'm not classically trained like they are. I learned the hard way. So I when I say certain things and do certain things, it's not like everybody else does. That's all I can say. It's a little bit different. You know, I try to speak in a way that kind of just makes sense, where you don't need to think too hard, or you don't need to have a gosh darn PhD in trying to figure out colors. Right? We don't need a PhD for colors. And then, you know, once you get some... All right, look, we're in this blue, right? Comfortably. Once you get a little bit of time under your belt, and you might want to join the Discord, it gets a lot easier. Thank you, brother. I appreciate it. I appreciate it. See, at least someone lets me know they're watching. Someone lets me know they're watching. But the Discord members, we already knew what was going to happen. We already knew what was going to happen. This is no surprise. This is no surprise. We already knew. This is no surprise. I really want to get to this. All right, Burnell. I really want to get to this 4290. Burnell, didn't you? Burnell was in the Discord for like a day and left. Burnell thinks he's going to make it off YouTube. Oh, man. Skaters, just take your time, brother, because the Discord it's paid. It's a paid thing, so just take your time. You don't need to see if it's something you can grasp for right now before you burn money. I don't want you just to burn money. I need to provide value to people. I'm not after just money grubbing, trying to get every dime I can. I need people to find value in what I'm doing. And if you're new, take your time, follow for a little bit, okay? Brunel, it's fine. You don't need to explain to me. I'm just saying it's going to be harder off YouTube. It's not going to be easy. That's all I'm saying. Yeah, skaters, it's a paid subscription, so take your time. All right, Nico, we're back at the 5. Nico's like, I'm holding for dear life. All right. Nico's got it. All right, we're above the water, starting our bull cycle now. Maybe starting our bull cycle. It's not like we didn't know what to expect. The put scenario had to be somewhere down here. Just had to be. But this is going to be, look at the lick boxes. They're all, you see how it's overlapping? I get it. This is sketchy. I get it. This is sketchy work here. So just take your time. Or collect the money. Collect the money. This is not going to get any easier from here. Unless Nico's expecting to fill this gap at 46.65. Nico thinks we're going to fill the gap. I really want to get to... It would be nice to hit 42.90. Or wait, 42.96. That would be nice. Or no, either one. 42.90 on the 1 minute, 96 on the 5 minute. We're at the 5. They're building it. You see that they're building it, right? We have this right here. All right, Nico, look, this blue has all the strength in it. This blue has all the strength. Watch out for this blue. Just be careful with this blue. Blue could take us to, gosh darn it. Blue could take us to the, blue could take us to, damn. I want to say the bottom of the lick box, but it's probably more like something like this. So I'll leave it here, even though it should be a little bit further down. But look, we're at the 5. There's not a lot to do in here. We're at the liquidity, the lick box of the 5. There's probably not a lot to do. Let's get some space, right? So it's going to be to either side, like this or like this. Let's get a little bit of space. So skate, we want to look for the price to break above, retest this level right here. What is this? 42.65, and then we want to see it lift off this level. Then we'll look for a call scenario. If we break below, if we break this blue and break below 40.82, retest and reject, we want to see some lift off, then we'll look for some puts. So the risky play here is to buy puts on the break of blue to the bottom here. This is the risky play. Because look, it looks like we're just in this blue until we're not. And I'm not a huge fan of breaking blue right on the 5. Not a huge fan of that, but what are we gonna do? All right, Discord, I'm setting you all up. I'm gonna set you all up with the plays. So when I have to leave, you're already set up. I mean the algos, right? So we can use the algos to run the plays. Let's see if this magenta is gonna get us to, what is this? 42.96. Man, it's already overbought. It's already overbought. Let's get we'll just gotta see how it goes, right? A deeper pullback from magenta would be better, right? A deeper pullback on magenta would be a lot better. Because it's gonna be hard, you know, we don't want to buy calls at the top, right? We want to pull back. So wait for something like this. If it does this, this is optimal entry, okay? Something like this down here. If it stays inside of blue and breaks, which is probably not going to be this candle, obviously. But if it stays inside blue and breaks magenta, it's probably going to have some strength to get up here. So I believe there is I'm just going to move this Just a little bit. There's probably a 50-50 right here. I believe there's a 50-50 right here. For this right here. Okay. All right, here we go. Let's back to the action. All right, look. I just told everybody in the world, Skates, are you watching? On the break of this blue, that the put scalp would be an option to where? The bottom of this box right here. Look at what just happened right in front of your face. Skaters World, do you see what just happened? On the break of this blue for puts to right here, exactly where I said it. Now look, I'm doing this in real time and live. This is done live, real time. You can't make it up. Everything I just said that would happen, happened perfectly. Everything that I just said that would happen, it actually happened in real life. Right? So I identified the risk from this blue, whenever this blue breaks below, because look, we're in blue until we're not, right? Now we're not in blue when this broke. From this blue down to here is a scalp opportunity. Now, if we get below and retest and reject, then we're going to look for additional. So everything I just said happened before. You notice I'm not showing up after the fact saying, oh, look what I did. I'm telling you before what's going to happen or what needs to happen. This is important, right? Because if you're trying to do this, a lot of other people, they like to show up after the fact and be like, look what a genius I am. I told you. But it's like, you know, hindsight, bro. Of course. What do you mean? Of course. All right, Steams, making money. Oh, you bought it at purple. All right, cool, right? Because I told everyone it's going to break purple, retest purple, and then back to the 5. That's all we can ask for. And if we break this, I've been telling everyone all morning what the sauce is, man. I'm trying to. But look, if you're not in the Discord, it's way easier in the Discord. I'm telling y'all, it's so much easier in the Discord. So much easier in the Discord. It's just far easier. I don't know why people are. I get it. It's like scary. Like, I don't want to burn $150, but it's $150 for a month. You get a month. And if it doesn't work, it doesn't work. You know what I mean? If it's not for you, it's not for you. But I'm pretty sure everyone spent $150 on beer in a month, hanging out with the homies, doing cocaine or whatever you're doing, OnlyFans subscriptions. And now you get $150 to actually make a change in your life and the lives of those around you, and you're sitting there hesitating. I don't know. I'd rather buy beer. If that's your mind state, this isn't for you. If me being precise, like to the penny, if this isn't good enough, then ain't nothing gonna be for you. Look at the money. On the break of blue, if we get past this, great. Look at the money that just got printed. I just told everybody on the break of this blue. I just told everybody in the world. All right, Discord, we're coming up to that 50-50. Be careful, right? Protect your trade. So let's see, it's 40, 67, 40s. Okay, so the 50-50 and this flexion is lining up at the same time, right? So the 50-50, which is right here, and this flexion is lining up at the same time. So you might want to, if you still haven't got in on it, wait for this down here. If you didn't get in on the break of blue, you got to wait for this down here now, because we're at the 50-50, right? And also skates, it's you know, people do it all the time. They make money following on the YouTube. It's just you're gonna maximize your potential in the Discord, and I get it. It's gonna cost $150. It's $150, by the way. It's gonna cost $150, but you gotta invest in yourself. Who else is gonna do it? Who else is gonna do it for you? You know, if I have to show people everything I just said that was going to happen in the stock market, happened. And there's still people that are trying to figure out their life. Like, I don't know what I'm going to do now. I don't know. Every single thing. Everything. I cautioned everyone up here on calls what to do. Be careful on calls. We're about to break this blue. If we break the blue, we know we can at least make it to the bottom right here. This is perfection. And the Discord had plenty of time. Like, this has been here for a very long time, right? This has been here for a very long time. If you're hesitating because the environment's rough, don't worry about it. You don't have to take a trade. You don't need to take a trade. This, at least you should be, you know, I'm not saying taking notes, but, you know, keep in mind what's happening so you can understand, you know, when I say certain things, what it translates to in real life, instead of it just being a abstract idea in your head. Understand when you need to start paying attention to, okay, here's the break and retest. Is this enough lift off for me to say, okay, I'm gonna bet in whichever direction? Or would you be better off buying exactly at the flexion point and putting a tight stop? You need to figure these things out. I can't, you know, there's some things I can't do. I can only tell you what it needs to look like before. It's up to you if you're going to take that risk. But we can't just take a risk without having a plan. We need a plan. Look, we're at the 50-50, so everything has to make sense, right? So if you're waiting, give it time. It'll be obvious. It'll be obvious. Look where the wick is. Look exactly where this wick is. It's exactly in the middle of the 50-50. Don't worry, I got you. Everything's fine. Everything's going to be fine. We'll figure it out. Just give it time. You're not going to be late. The only sketchy part is we're at the 5. That's the only thing I don't like. If this was like any other day, I'd be like, okay, break a purple easy, but we're at the 5. So I'd probably feel more comfortable with lick box here. But let this play out, okay? Let it play out. Give it time. Let it be obvious. We don't need to guess. Just let it be obvious. When it looks good to you, you're going to think, well, if it looks good to me now, I'm probably too late. You need to get that out of your mind. Instead of trying to be specific to the pinpoint where you don't want any, like, for example, you're trying to get it down here. You're trying to buy a call here at 40.40 so you don't have to deal with any drawdown. That's not going to happen. So get that out of your mind. There's going to be it's going to go back into your last candle. It's going to happen. The next candle, just put that in your mind right now. So when it happens, it's not like, oh no. And then you get that weird feeling in your chest like, did I just do the wrong thing? Right? You should have already a plan. If I'm taking a trade here, my stop needs to be above the last high, below the last low, whichever it is. If you're stuck in liquidity in a lick box, understand your environment. Man, see, I knew I should have. Remember I told you it should be a little bit lower than this? Look, I knew it should have been right here. I knew it. It's okay. No big deal. You know what? I'm going to leave it. I'm not going to cook the books. I'll leave it. Let them figure it out, right? Let them figure it out in here. You don't need to guess. Maybe, skaters, maybe. We'll see. We will see. Another thing, skaters, if you're new, don't let your bias get the best of you. I recommend let the charts tell us. Right now, we're in the middle of the water at the 5. The 5 moving average has a lot of liquidity. Trying to guess from here, I don't recommend it. Not at the 5. So instead of guessing, we need to wait for whichever one of these things need to happen. We need to wait for it. This is our best bet. This is our best bet. And if you're not happy with the environment, like how it's very choppy, I told you, whichever one you do is going to be choppy. It's going to be hectic. Your stops are going to have to be very uncomfortable. If this is not the environment for you, you don't need to risk your money. Stop thinking you need to be in every single leg of every single move. This is not how it works. It simply doesn't work like that. It's okay to say, you know what? This isn't a good environment for retail traders. All they're doing is slapping people in the face and going the opposite direction. I mean, we can clearly see that's what's happening. So if you're not comfortable, you don't need to sit here and trade and risk your money. Maybe paper trade it. Paper trade and see how you do. This is just chop. Look at this. Look at the 30. This is literally just chop. Barcoding inside of each other. There's no direction to one way or the other. I'm gonna circulate some blood really quick. I'll be right back. Let this settle. Look. You see what's happening, right? You see what's happening. Just let it play out. You have an idea. Once we break this, we'll figure it out, right? We'll figure it out once we break this magenta here. I'm going to step away for a little bit. Don't overtrade. I'll be right back. Do not overtrade. But look, if you're interested in learning how to trade with us, go to livespytrading.com. I will get you sorted out. This does not have to be, you don't have to be sitting there biting your fingernails, biting your toenails, sweaty armpits. We go off of data. We make trades based on data. We're not going off of vibes. This doesn't have to be difficult, right? Especially for the Discord members. It's pretty easy. It's pretty easy for the Discord members, but take your time with this stuff. I'll be right back. I'm just going to circulate some blood. Don't overtrade. Wait, before I step away, Discord, are you guys clear with the setups? Are you guys clear with the setups? Let me know. Okay, cool. If someone has a question, Nico or Sup probably knows, okay? I'll be right back, or hold on, I'll be right back. But give me a few minutes, I just need to circulate some blood and tend to this gosh darn wound. I'll be right back. By the way, don't front run it, let it happen. You're not gonna be late. Just don't front run it, let it happen. Whatever needs to happen. All right, if you took this break of blue, you need to start protecting your trade. We're at the 50, or adjust your stops rather. We're at the 50-50, okay? Now look, if you're looking on YouTube and you're like, oh look, this guy drew a path and the price followed on the path, don't rely on this. This is me guessing. This is just a guess, and I guess right every day, but this is just a guess. We're at the 50-50 now. If you took the break and retest right here, the break, retest, and reject, you need to start protecting this trade. If you're in the Discord and you're waiting for down here, you need to wait for it. It's probably gonna look something like this. It's probably gonna look something like that. So you need to wait for it if you're waiting for this, okay? Otherwise, if you took the break of blue, we're at the 50-50. So figure out your life now.
Rage on that beat, going crazy.
Look, we gotta be careful. We gotta be careful on this lick box here. We gotta be careful here. We're right next to the 5. Be careful. Try to overlay this 5-minute chart and the 1 minute at the same time. Go back and forth like this. Don't front run it. Let whatever needs to happen happen. You're not going to be late. Twin, what up, Nick 8? You see what I'm saying, Discord? Just be patient. Let it happen. This candle has 3 minutes left in it, okay? Just don't front run it. Let it happen. What up, Vertical? Vertical in the house. Now look, we've had, I don't know how long I've had this up here. I've had this up here for at least an hour. At least an hour this has been here, right? So Just wait for the thing that needs to happen. Wait for it to happen. We don't need to guess, okay? If you're front running the plays because you want to get the best, because you're not willing to deal with drawdown, it's going to keep slapping you in the face. Should have been an Indian. I don't even know what that means, Stacy. Oh. I do know what it means. Bears are here. Bears are here. So just be careful here, okay? Start to overlay your 1 minute. We need to get, you know, we're taking this thing to another level. Overlay your 1 minute and 5 minutes. Switch in between both. Make sure it makes sense, okay? So we're still inside purple here. And, you know, it might have fooled you on this one. But also, we're at the 5. So be careful. Let it be obvious. When I'm saying let it be obvious, sometimes that means we need to be above the 5. If the 5 and purple are on this at the same price, be careful there, right? You got to be careful. I got it. I got it now. Oh, damn. Shots fired. Nikki's talking about your mom, Stacy. All right, we got a little over a minute on this candle, okay? So I think this lick box probably has some, this one right here. This lick box right here, it probably got some strength in there, right? This lick box is probably lining up with this, let's see, 41.79. Where's 79? Oh, this is kind of far. Give it some time. Don't front run it. I know it's hectic in here. Just let it play out. They're building the move, right? They're building the move. My mother's a saint. Don't you dare. We can see all the liquidity where it's built up, right? We see it. You don't need to guess. You don't need to guess. Right here on this magenta right here, okay? So let it be obvious. Meaning, if they want to grab liquidity from magenta to push down, or if they want to break the magenta to break, retest, and push up. So all the liquidity is here. So wait for it to happen. Look at this buildup right here. Look at this buildup. Look at this. They're building it. They're broadcasting that, hey, we're trying to make a move here. They're broadcasting to you. They're telling you we're trying to make a move. Luckily for us, we already understand what needs to happen. You need to let it happen. Don't front run it. Don't front run the play. And if you do, then you know where your stops kind of need to be, right? Above the last high, below the last low. The only thing messing this up is the 5 right here. I'm just not happy with that. Oh, I caught hell from that song. I'm not vaping. That's what do you call it? What is that? That's an air compressor. Nikki, you need to pay attention to these goddamn charts and get out of my house. Get out of my house. All right, we got 240 on this candle. They're building it. Look at this. Look at all this. Look at all this beautiful liquidity right here. This is beautiful liquidity right here. This is beautiful. When it moves, it's gonna move. I just don't like this damn 5 right here. All right, look, the top of the lick box on the 5 is at 41.43. 41.43. Where is it? Right here. It's on this purple as well. Damn. 41.43, right on the money. I really wish this 5 wasn't here. That's annoying. All right, Discord, if you took magenta, you need to protect this trade, okay? Calm down, Nico. The 5's right here. Chill. This guy. The 5's right here, Nico. You better chill. Oh, man. Oh, man. If you took the break of this magenta, protect your trade. If you took this flexion right here at the 50-50, adjust your stops. Doug, what are you talking to? You talking to what do you call it? Hummingbirds? Doug's the hummingbird whisperer. This 5 is gonna be a thing, right? This 5 is gonna be trouble. Look, if you took this 50-50 to the upside, you need to protect this trade. We're at the 5, so let's see, breakup. From 18 to 82, this is our 30 cents. If we get more, great. We got about, oh, the new candle's about to start right now. Robert Ory, someone's old. Nikki, you're old. You might have to hold for the week cycle. You might have to hold for the week cycle here. So we broke it. We're retesting it. Let's see if they reject. Just pay attention to where the put scenario is. That probably is, maybe that's where your stop loss needs to be, right? It's gonna be tough breaking through this 5. They tested once. Oh no, they tested once, twice, 3 times. And they're trying to break through this 5. I was just talking on mute. All right, we had a break of the magenta, a retest of 4080, but you know, I guess we can maybe say the magenta here. So we'll see if this candle finishes hammer. Let's see if it's hammer time. This 5 is tough. This 5's tough. Do we? Do we have people watching? Oh, okay. A couple people watching. A couple people paying attention to the show. A couple people paying attention to the absolute perfection that's happening right in front of their face. Burnell, I think like 10 of them are probably Discord members. I think 10 of them are probably us. This lick box held up, huh? This lick box right here held up. Man, this 5 is giving us trouble though. Look, here's the break. Here's the retest. I told you what would happen. So now, second bite at the apple. You need to either protect your trade, take your profit, figure out your life. If you're going to let it run, then you need to let it run. But, you know, there's only so much I can do. You know, I'm telling everyone what's going to happen before it happens. To the T, like precisely what's going to happen. So, okay. How long have I had this on here? How long have I had this on here? Very long time. Very long time. Since this morning. Very long time. This has been on here. Everything played out perfect. I mean, we were able to make money, right? Just don't overstay your welcome. Look at Nico. Look at Nico. All right. We're back at the 5. We need to break this 5. Nico, if it doesn't break the 5, you need to figure out your life. You have to realize they're going to get tired eventually. They're going to get tired eventually. There's only so many times they're going to be beat down. So don't overstay your welcome. That's all I'm saying. We were able to make money a couple times. It's not going to be this easy all the time. It wasn't easy at all. Look at all this. Look how hectic it was. We got about a minute and change on this candle. You understand why the 5 is a formidable adversary? We need to wait till we either get above or get some distance below. But if you took the break of this, what is this? This magenta, and you waited for the break and retest, just like I said, we were still able to make some profit. If you took the money, or if you took the play from down here at the 50-50, you need to start protecting your trade. Don't let it go against you. If you're just tuning in, the YouTube, the 1 minute chart is what we use for YouTube. The 5 minutes for the Discord members. If you want access to the 5 minute chart, go to the website, livespotTrading.com. Damn, they want to break this. It's at least two attempts to break this 5. They're trying. Okay. Man, they are having a hard time breaking through this 5. cheese and rice. Come on. Like, this is painful. This is painful to watch. Sub's like, where's Trump? He needs to give a shout out. Oh man, this 5 is not, they don't want to give it up. They need to come up off that guap. Okay. Rejection, rejection, rejection. Let's see what happens. What is this? 4015. Okay, yeah. This is accurate here. This is accurate. All right, we're above the water, below. This is telling us sideways, and it's showing us sideways as well. We're right at market open. We are right at market open. Discord, you guys see the proper put scenario, right? Put scenario, probably somewhere here. Whenever this breaks, this area here is going to move. Look at all this liquidity built up. Look at all that liquidity built up. So many people are going to get stopped out in whichever direction. We don't know yet, but a lot of people are going to get stopped out. When we see this type of liquidity, we understand where the stops need to be, right? The stop probably up here, probably down here. We see where the stops are probably at. So when they get stopped out, the market's going to move. Doug, just let it play out. We don't know yet. We don't know yet. Just let it play out. We'll know. We'll know. If we get below whatever this level is here, and then we want to do this here, if this happens, we'll know. I told you, once it breaks, it's gonna move. A lot of people are gonna get stopped out. So the initial stop out is gonna be the move, and then the market's gonna have to fill the orders. So let's see if when the orders get filled, if they buy it back up. We'll know probably somewhere here, right? So look, we need to see if we're doing, I'm gonna clean up the chart really quick. Here, let me clean up the chart. We need to see if we're doing this, right? Look. Top of green, bottom of green, top of green, bottom of green. We need to see if we're gonna go back to the top of green. Okay, that's what we're waiting for. Now, if we break this green like this, retest it and reject it, then we'll look for the other way. But until then, we're in green until we're not. Either way, the call scenario had to be up here. Had to be up here. On the 1 minute, the put scenario, probably somewhere down here, right? Now, if you didn't take advantage of this right here, and you waited for this down here, we're at the green now, right? So you need to protect this trade. See, now that the liquidity broke at the 50-50, we're going to get a chance to see, are they going to buy it back up on green? If it breaks green and retests and rejects, that means the buyers probably gave up. Because there's only so many times they're going to test the 5 before they get rejected. One of them is going to get tired. So we know there's liquidity on green here, right? We already know there's liquidity here. So we need to see if this is going to be the liquidity to break above. We'll figure it out. Man, I'm just going to let it run off the 5.
Rage on that beat, going crazy.
If the 5MA wasn't right here, you know, it would have been much, much easier. But because the 5's here, you got to be cautious. We can't. This is where all the liquidity is. So we don't know who has more orders, calls, or puts. That's why we need to break above before we. That's why it's caution here. Okay. We have 430 on this candle. All right, let's see if this one sets up. This green is the last, I'm not going to say the last chance, but this is what I see as an opportunity for calls. It has to grab liquidity off the green and spike up. If not, if we get below, retest it and reject it, we probably got to look for some downside. This is the last, I'm not going to say the last hope, but for the information we have right now, this is what we got. So look, if green breaks, I mean it broke, but if it, let's say back in time, if green breaks and it just shoots down, we're gonna have to be okay with that if you didn't take the trade, right? The reason why we want to wait for the break and retest is to make sure that we don't get caught with a secondary liquidity. So the ideal is always going to be break and retest. If it doesn't happen, there's nothing we can do about that. Okay, if you're in the Discord, you know what this highlighted means, right? Highlighted with a 2. So if you took the break of green from 39.75 down to 39.16, this is good money. You're either going to take your money, figure out your life, take the profit, and move on, wait for the next setup, or you're going to wait for the break and retest, or you're hoping that it continues. But I'm offering 30 cents on every play, right? So from the break of magenta 41.11 to 41.96, this is good money here. And we had plenty of time. We had plenty of time to collect this money. If you took the blue, or excuse me, if you took the green, also plenty of time to collect the money. You need to figure out what you want to do with your life. So if this, we're going to see if this retest is either going to form a, what do I say? If it's going to be a secondary liquidity forming, or if it's going to break straight through. We don't know yet. We don't know. But if we get back above 40.80, we need to look the other way. So the only reasonable call scenario would be like this. This is just chop in the 30-minute. This is just chop. This is probably why I don't trade on Fridays. This is probably why right here. The market likes to close sideways on Fridays. But we'll see. The WAP Hunter is on the case. Alright, so let them figure out what's going on in here now. Let them figure it out. I'm going to clean this one up if you're using the 1 minute. This is just chop. I want to take a brief minute to see if we could have understood what's going on right now. So we're in between 4271 and 3793. Let's see something. Screen share. We're gonna go to the trading plans. We see chop between 3792 and a little bit above 42, almost 43. So let's see what's going on in real life. A little bit above 42 and 3792. See the chop, 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 chop. So this is the trading plan. So we're probably going to be in this until we're not. So maybe we need to break above or below the chop for any legitimate plays here, right? We see the chop. We see the chop. $42.74. Let's see if it's $42.74. Okay, I was a couple cents off on it. 74 is right here-ish. So a couple cents off on the chop, right? Brunch time. Yeah. So look, just like how they built it up here, we knew there was going to be a move here, right? We knew there was going to be a move right here, and when it broke, it was going to move. This is the movement. So now, same thing here. We just got to wait for it to break, whichever direction. Now, if you're looking for calls, I recommend wait till we get up here. If you're looking for puts, we got to see if we break this green right here. But in between here, probably not a lot to do, right? There's probably not a lot to do. This is sideways. The 5 is going to be the big deal here. Where's VWAP? Yeah, look, we're just trading between VWAP and the 5 all that time. Let's see if we get a weak cycle here, and if we get a weak cycle on the 1 minute, then our 5 minute, the leg should spread apart. All right, look, Discord, if you want some quote unquote safety, it's got to be above, like I said in the from the trading plan, quote unquote safety is going to be above this lick box and below this one. That's the answer. Otherwise, we're just in chop, right? Look at the trading plan. Look at the chop trading plan. The trading plan is so far, it's like absolutely perfect. So once we break that chop, then we'll know. Here, look, let me show everybody the trading plan really quick. Let's go to the screen share. We're gonna, from today, and then we want to look for the chop. We want to see it bounce between a little bit above 42.08 and 37.92, right? The chop in between here. And then let's look at the price action. A little bit above 42.08, right? And 37.92. This is the chop, right? This is the chop. See the similarity? Crazy how that works.
Rage on that beat, going crazy.
This is rough price action. This is just choppy. We're gonna do this right here, watch. We'll just use this level here. If you want some quote unquote safety, put an alert here. Put an alert here. Otherwise, it's just chop, right? Okay, I'm gonna step aside. I'm gonna let this play for a little bit. I'm gonna get ready for the doctor, but I'm still gonna check in in a little bit. I'm gonna keep checking in, so just let it play out. Our safety is gonna be BRR below 37.93, BRR above 42.96. If you're playing in here, you're playing in the chop. You're agreeing to the price in here. You see what's happening. You don't need to think too much. You see what's happening right in front of your face. We're at lunchtime, compression time. Excuse me, brunch time. At 13, it'll probably start doing some stuff. I'm gonna step to the side. I'm gonna be quiet. Don't overtrade. I'll be right back. All right, I'm back. Let's see what we got. Okay, we broke above. We never retested this green here. We broke above 40.80. And then here we are with the 5. Here we are with the 5. Let's see if they want to break through this time. And look, the last week and a half or 2 weeks has been absolutely phenomenal for us. So if we get a choppy day, that's normal. Choppy days, it's we've been due for a choppy day. So that's normal. Don't feel weird. Not every day is a trading day. If you took the flexion here above 40.80, you need to protect the trade, right? If you took this flexion right here, you need to protect the trade. All right, look, if you're waiting for the retest and reject, wait for it. Otherwise, if you took this flexion right here on the call side, because we said there's probably nothing to do in here, right? There's nothing to do in here. We need to either break this green or break above 40.80 to form this right here. So if you got this, if you took this, protect the trade, take the money. It's not going to be easy today. Today's choppy, you see it. Or at least don't, or, you know, maybe adjust your stop to where you're not going to go negative. I'm not saying to stop yourself out. I'm saying to either take money or don't go negative. That's all I can say about it. We're coming up to, what is this? Let's see where VWAP's at. Oh, VWAP's right here. All right, we're coming up to the 5, so be careful. Here, let me clean this up. Let me clean this up. All right, Discord, let's here, we'll do this with everybody. I'm gonna share the screen really quick. So we're in chop now, right? This is what we want to look for. Watch. Let me share the screen. Screen share. So we're in chop now. Nothing else has played out except for, or maybe one of them, right? So this is what we want to look for. Let's look at our cup and handle. We wanted to see the price swing down here, grab liquidity off 37.92, push up, retest 42.08 before pushing off. Okay, so let's see if this is going to play out, which would be the swing down to grab liquidity off of 37.92. Now we need to see if we're going to do this, right? Watch that. You just got to be patient. Either we're going to stay in the chop or we're going to break and retest 42.08. Very simple. It has to, like, this is really the only option we have. Either we're staying in chop, which oh wait, you guys can't see it, could you? Okay, yeah, you could. Either we're going to stay in the chop or we're going to break 4208, retest it, and bounce off of it. So we could probably move this green down to here, 4211, but you got to be really on it. You got to be really on it. I feel safer up here at 4296. Right? So it's either we're going to stay in this chop all day, just like this, or we're going to do that cup and handle that I had, that I just had drawn out. So if you're trading in here, this is the risk. This is why I have the green right here and the red right here. Or if you're going to make plays, you got to be in and out. Just take the money. But if it does just chop sideways, because we've had amazing days for the last couple weeks, at least week and a half, just completely amazing days. So, you know, a choppy day is normal, right? The market needs to settle out. So don't feel weird. This is normal. This happens. This is part of our business. This is the business, right? Just don't over leverage. And if you see money, take the damn money. That's all I have to say. You know, if we see a good move, if we get some movement, like some strong movement where it's not super slow, and, you know, some strong movement where the price action's hitting and it's following a path, then maybe you jump in, but trade light. Trade light. You know, we're still paying attention to this green right here. We're still paying attention to this. Because what we want to know is, look, we got the high, lower high. We need to see if we're going to make a lower high or if we're going to make a higher high. So probably if we get above 4211, you know, this will probably be the higher high right here, right? Which would make sense with that cup and handle I drew. All right, I'm gonna go get ready in the background. I'm still gonna be here. I'm gonna check in a little bit. Gosh dang it, sorry about that. What's up, Doug? Ask your question. Did he leave? Oh, Doug left. Okay. All right, Discord. Here's the risk in here. We're still in the risky spot. Maybe we have a wedge forming here, right? So you want to either look for this right here or this right here. Pay attention to this level here for the break and retest at 42.11. Same thing over here. Nothing's changed over here. And then for this one, pay attention to 39.08. This level right here. And again, our safety is probably going to be around green or around red. If you're trading inside here, this is the risk, right? This is the risk, trading inside here. Does everyone understand the tasks? So our scout maybe to the top, scout maybe to the bottom. Safeties above green, safeties below red. Break and retest above 42.11 and below 39.08. Everyone cool? All right. Orange got it. Hell yeah. All right, Orange, that means you're going to take responsibility because I'm about to head off, right? But you guys can still use the charts and trade with each other. Go into the water cooler if you guys want to talk. But that means if someone has a question like, hey, what the hell's the play? Orange, you got it? Can you handle that responsibility? Okay, Doug's here. Doug, what's up? Ask your question, Doug. I'll be fine, Raul. I just got to go. I already had to go to the doctor, but now I extra got to go. Just the bleeding, it's getting better. Are you able to share a 5-minute chart on TV? This is the 5-minute chart, Doug. You are currently looking at the 5-minute chart. 1 minute, 5 minute. Are you able to share the 5-minute chart on TV? It's in the Discord. Go into the Discord. Go into the... Here, let me show you. I think you should know this, but if you don't, I'll show you again. Go into the Discord and then go to charts. No. This is only for Discord members, homie. Only for Discord members get the charts. I mean, I guess you can go into Discord and then screencast it to wherever screen you're on, but you need to have access to the Discord to get the 5-minute chart. Harbor Freight. That's funny. Man, they got some good deals, man. They got some good deals at Harbor Freight. What do I have to get? Actually, man, I already have everything. Oh, I want to get like a mini saw. Like a... Let me check one sec. All right, yeah. Hurry up and check because I got to get out of here soon. It's like a... Not like a chop saw, but it's like a mini saw. It's like handheld. You can put a battery or you can plug it in, but it can take any type of blade. You can cut metal, you can cut wood, plastic, whatever. I want to get one. And it's 30% off. It's 30% off any item for ITC members. You know I'm a member. JB Weld. Bro, I've used JB Weld in some precarious situations. I've used JB Weld on a motorcycle engine. Hurry up, Doug, I'm dying because of you. In a motorcycle engine, to piece together a motorcycle engine, it worked. You know, probably like a temporary fix, it worked. I didn't run it hard though. After that JB Weld patch, I'm like, you know what? I probably got to take it easy on this thing. All right, Doug, come on, Doug. I got to get out of here. I'm dying as we speak. I'm dying. Bro, this cup and handle is like the ugliest one ever. Look at this ugly ass cup and handle. So ugly. So ugly. Retesting this 5. God damn, we're back at the 5. They can't break this 5. They need to break the 5 with some strength. All right, let's see what we got on this orange. Doug, I don't know if you're... So I just sing into it. So I just sing into it. You're probably talking about a microphone. Doug, you have access to the Discord. Yeah, man, what the hell? You should be... Oh my God, Doug, I've been telling y'all to run the charts every day. This is why you go on the TV? No, man. Click on the charts on the side over here. I can tell you've never been through the Getting Started channel. I can tell. Click on the charts, and then you click on whichever... You should have all of them open. At least the 1, 5, and the 30. God damn it, Doug. God damn it, Doug. So you can run it when I'm not here. That's what I'm saying. You guys don't... You don't need me here because the charts are always going to be available to you. I'm going to leave this up and running. No. Yeah. All right. Just so now you know. Now you know. Go into the charts. If you're new and you don't know, you don't need to use the TV or the live stream. You have access to all the charts where you don't need me on the screen. All right, listen. Orange, I don't know if you know or not. And Cruz and everybody knew. And Chenko, on the left side, it says charts. Click on that button where it says charts and you get all the charts. All of them. They're all here. It's only for you all to use. The only thing you can't do is like take away, you can't edit it. Like you can make it bigger, you can make it smaller, you can zoom in, you can zoom out, whatever, but you just can't edit it. So whatever I have on the screen is going to stay. So you don't need me to be here. All right, Doug, yeah, take it easy. No problem. Don't worry. You never need me to be here because I'm always going to set you guys up. I'm going to set you up in the morning. Before I leave, I'm going to set up the plays and I'm going to leave it on the 5-minute chart. You guys can always use it. It's always there. Even if I'm not streaming, it's still available to you. You're always going to have access to it. Because look, on this daily chart, I told everyone buy calls when we break above 697.16. Right? So it's important that you pay attention to this all the charts, all of them. Okay. All right, cool. All right, look, so wait for this to play out. Let's see what happened. Oh, okay, look, not only do we need to break orange, but the 5 needs to break, like with conviction. You know, I don't think that's an accident that orange is lining up with the 5 like this. That's probably not an accident, right? So you guys need to think right now what you want to do with your life. but I have to get out of here. YouTube, if you're interested in learning how to trade with us, go to livespytrading.com so I can get you sorted out. This does not have to be difficult. I'm going to go through it really quick. Let me share the screen. Here we go. Oh, today I won't do it, but look, every day we post the wins. Every single day we win. All we do is win, 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 win. Every single day we post the wins. If you're interested in doing this, go to the website. Take your time. This takes time. This isn't a get-rich-quick scheme, okay? What up? What up, Doug? Doug, you better hurry up. I'm about to die. I'm about to die, Doug. Hurry up. Okay, yeah. So just do that. Ah, there you go. Hell yeah. Perfect. Easy money. Doug, just don't share that. Matter of fact, after today or this weekend, I'm gonna change the link. So make sure you check the links. You're able to make changes. Let me see you make a change. Make a change to this 5 real quick. Take away the word wedge. Hurry up. Okay, yeah. You can manipulate the chart, but you just can't edit it. You can make it bigger, smaller. You don't have to watch me shake the goddamn screen, Doug. Everything's gonna be much easier now. No, only on my TV. Okay, I don't know what you're talking about, but we'll figure it out. I'm gonna come back or send me a DM and we'll talk about it. But I have to get out of here. YouTube, it's been a pleasure. Discord, I'm gonna have to sign out like right now, ASAP Rocky. So I love you all. YouTube, have a good day. We're gonna do it again Monday. Make sure you brush your teeth. Make sure you make your bed. Don't come to the trading room floor if your bed isn't made. On Friday, it's gonna go sideways. They're building liquidity on a higher time frame. That means Monday, it's gonna move. It's gonna move and we're gonna print. Okay? So tune in. I love you all. Have a good day.